Please unmute yourself. Hello, sir. No, you cannot. Just give me a second. Can you do it now? You are able to,
Yes,
right?
I
You are
can.
able to, right? Perfect.
I can.
I
Yes.
think certainly I am also audible and visible to everyone out here who are there in the session live. I think Mohit
Yes,
has
you
also
are.
joined.
Yeah.
You are.
Perfect.
You're
So a warm welcome to all of you who are available live on the channel of Zoom as well as on YouTube channel of MBAP. This is day 2 of the certification course, which is the Digital Marketing Masterclass taken by Mr. Pratik Hinduja, who is also a great professor at Atlas University. And I think first let me welcome all the stalwarts of Atlas University, Alok sir, Pratik, Mohit, and I believe certainly Dr. Hindu Sahani will also join us certainly in some time.
She is there
Uh,
already.
she's here.
Yes.
Ma'am, can you? Yeah, ma'am is here.
Ma'am is here.
Welcome, ma'am. I believe I'm audible to you. Am I?
Yes,
That's so
yes,
amazing.
very
It's so
audible.
amazing to see you always, so energetic always. Whenever you come for the session, I think a lot of number of people actually come to just to hear you. And obviously, under your guidance, several number of management students have actually um, made their management careers after completion of their MBA and the BBA degrees all throughout the year. Let me welcome all the team of Atlas University once again on board to take day 2 of the certification course live with the students out here on the channel. Alok, sir, it's going to be a great, fantastic session that we have planned for all the students also. So I would ask and request you to give a small brief about Dr. Indu Sahani so that students, people who are not well aware of the overall profile what ma'am has got will possibly be
Sure.
here more interacting in the session there.
Sure.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, all students of MBA Pathshala. A very warm welcome to this session. You know, this is going to be an amazing session by Professor Pratik Hinduja, who is an entrepreneur in digital space and also a professor at Atlas Skill Tech University. Before I introduce ma'am and before ma'am starts addressing you all, I request all of you to switch on your cameras, please.
Certainly, all the
Quickly.
students who are there in the session, we want you to give the feeling of you sitting in the live interactive session as what you possibly
Absolutely.
will see in the classroom interaction,
Yes.
what you possibly will go through when you
Yes.
join the business schools. So it's a great opportunity
Avantika,
for
Noor,
us, all
Priyal.
of us,
Yes.
to possibly interact face one as well as in the group live interactive chat too. But it's a suggestion that if all of you are comfortable, make sure please switch on your webcam so that we can see you and you guys can see us too.
All right.
Everyone out here in the session.
I'll these are ma'am all PGDM MBA aspirants. All they have written CAD. They're going to write CET. You know, and therefore we have organized this session of Professor Pratik on artificial intelligence in digital marketing and advertising. Now, ma'am is going to address all aspirants. Before ma'am starts, I would give a quick introduction of ma'am. Dr. Indu Shahani has been acknowledged as a visionary thought leader for her significant contribution to education and value-based leadership. Dr. Shahani is the founding president of Atlas Skill Tech University. Dr. Shahani is president and chairperson of ISTI and ISMI. She has been the Sheriff of Mumbai for 2 successful terms. She has been the member of University Grants Commission, UGC, for 5 years. Dr. Shahani was the first Indian to be appointed vice chair on the board of governors of the International Baccalaureate. She has also been the principal of HR College. Over to you, ma'am. I request you to address our MBA aspirants of MBA Pathshala.
Thank you so much. As of now, I can see only 2 aspirants here, Avantika Gaur and Sanjeev Kumar. All the others are only photographs and blanks. So I don't know who I'm talking to. Well, thank you, Mrinal, for joining. Thank you, Sukhpal, for joining. Thank you, Nitesh, for joining. And Samya is just getting ready to be onto the program. And I can see Rakesh here, but I think I'm happy to settle with at least 6, 7 of them. And thank you, Sanchi, for Jen, for joining in. I think you are somewhere up in the sky, as I can only see the sky behind you. Well, obviously, Pathshala has taken you up there, already making you feel good, even before you joined the MBA. But welcome all of you to this afternoon session. There's a lot of cheer in the air because it's Christmas time. And I'm sure that all of you are feeling good about it. Finally, I hope, I'm not sure, as they say, oh my God, now it's going to be Omicron. Are you still going to be around? And will you let us be and let us start normally? We hope all of you on New Year's Eve will pray that 2022, we should all be on campus and we should all be there together. I'm glad that today you've organized this program. Thank you, Alok. Thank you, Mohit. And thank you, Pratik. I can see your fan following over here. And just the way he has a fan following in the college. So I'm great to see that. And I'd just like to say that, well, the pandemic has taught us many lessons and we've all learned a lot from it. It was not just an economic crisis or a social crisis or a health crisis, but I think it was majorly a crisis for education. But I think of all the sectors, it was only education that converted the pandemic into a strength and actually embraced technology. And because they embraced technology, we could continue. Schools were closed, colleges were closed, but learning did not stop. And I'm glad to see that all of you did your exams and will be getting ready for your MBA. I think, and one of the things that it gave us confidence was that now it was time for a new MBA. And what was the new MBA that we wanted to go on with? Because if you talk to any employer or you talk to anybody from the industry or from the corporate world or from even the NGO sector, all they are saying is, please train your students in skills with technology, skills with technology. And so our MBA, I'm happy to say that after 25 years in HR college, running the commerce BCom degree and an MCom degree, which Pratik is also is an alumnus of our college, and I'm happy to see that the BCom degree and MCom degree did well at that time. But now it's time for something new, and that something new is MBA with the core curriculum, whatever your core curriculum is. Either you're looking at management and entrepreneurship, or you're looking at media and communication. Along with that, I think a major part has to be technology and a major part has to be skilling. And because no longer are the jobs of the future going to be the same. That is the change that pandemic has made. Let's understand. This morning, now I'm going to ask this question to only one person who's got her video on, Mrinal, and if you will allow her to, and Mrinal and Avantika, you know the job that my MBA students currently got, the ones who are going to be passing out. And I think, the chief of Pathshala would also like to know this, that the job that they were getting, we got an offer from a top advertising and media firm for both our MBAs, our MBA in management and entrepreneurship and media and communication. You know, the job is of a mood analyst. Can you believe it? No longer do they want investment bankers. No longer do they want the common, the financial whiz kids and analysts and so on. Mood analyst. The second job offered to our MBA kids is sixth sense analyst. What are these jobs? These are jobs where they want to understand consumer behavior in their companies through the moods of the consumers. And how do they want you to put your management education into that is to try and find out through artificial intelligence what is the kind of moods your people will have at different times. Look at the moods of people now, because Christmas is coming. You can actually tap upon their consumer moods. And what is a sixth sense analyst? I think my husband could have got that job, because his sixth sense is that maybe in February we'll be down again indoors because of Omicron. Okay, so that's what he's saying. But I don't believe it, because I want to be a positive sixth sense analyst, and I think we are all going to be on the campus. So just one very quickly, I want to say this, because I know you all are doing an amazing job of teaching them the entrance exams for the MBA. But I want to tell them, when they are entering the MBA, there are a few things, and maybe some of you may want to take this down and remember that Dr. Shani told you this before you started your MBA. The first one, very quickly while I was connecting, I wrote these down. The first one is focus on career experimentation. Once you join your MBA program, do not think that if you joined a management program, if you joined an entrepreneurship program, if you joined a media and communication, that's the only area in which you're going to look and make your careers. Experiment. Go for every activity that takes place in your college. Go and look at the different roles that you could play, and go and meet everybody. The second one, most important, is make yourself, and we are giving this to all our MBA students, your MBA card, right? Start getting your visiting card at that time. And today it need not be a paper visiting card. Your LinkedIn is your visiting card. When you get that visiting card, see that you proudly say that you are an MBA student. And today, I think that is an important thing, because every company wants a young person who's ready to change. Okay, they don't want the current people who are not. The third important point that I would say is find an activity during your 2 years of MBA that gives you energy. Talking to you is giving me energy. And it's given me energy for over 4 decades in my higher education. All right, so find something that you really like. If you like a good dance activity, go for it. If you like a debating activity, go for it. But just find your energy. Next one I would say is benchmark yourself against yourself and not against your peers. So-and-so is doing this, so-and-so is doing this. Don't do that. You have to benchmark yourself against yourself. Can I do this next? Is this my strength? So be yourself. Remember, that is another important thing. Then take a holistic attitude to academics. Just understanding one problem of finance and struggling with it is not academics. Academics is the holistic view that you can take. So try not to be an expert, try be a generalist till you understand what is your career call. Go for as many activities as possible in your institution, outside, join competitions and get involved into it. Next, focus. I think that's one of the most important things that I feel, that you must keep focusing on what you're doing. Don't get yourself derailed. And one of the most important things I would say is go out and take risks. Go and see what's happening next door. Go and see what's happening in the industry. Go and see. If you've never taken a train ride, take a train ride and see how it is going to be. So I think you have to learn how to take risks. Without that, they don't. One of my MBA students, and I think all of you know, that has 6 of our MBA students have got jobs into Nomura, the Japanese company, all right? The Japanese company, leading company. He never could make it to the 8 o'clock lecture. Today, he's there at 6 a.m. because he's an analyst for Asia Pacific. And he says, ma'am, can you believe it? I'm there before even the janitor comes to open the doors. What a great feeling it is. So don't forget that you have to, it's all the risk taking that helps you. And finally, I would say, don't be complacent. Get on with life. Every minute of your MBA is working towards your career. And I think at Atlas, we give an opportunity. Do you know what's happening day after tomorrow? And if any of you want to join in, please talk to Alok and we will include you. You know what is happening? 4 top CEOs of companies are coming to our institution to have an interaction with the faculty, not with the students, the faculty. But my MBA students are going to be receiving them. They're going to be walking them to the elevator. They will go up the elevator with them. They will take them to those rooms. They will break for coffee. They will interact with them in the coffee. They will do this. This is how a young girl, I always tell them, make the 2.5 minutes pitch. While you're walking with that industry person, while you're in the elevator, while you're going up the elevator, make that pitch. And you know how one young girl, she got into the elevator when the CEO of Mondelez, which is Cadbury's, right, used to be called Cadbury's, that big company. She went down the stairs and she told him, sir, my passion is not just to eat chocolates, but to work for your company. And lo and behold, today she is working for that company. So all I want to say is keep your enthusiasm going, keep your energy going. And it has been an absolute pleasure. And we would love to welcome you students to Atlas. Even if you're not joining our MBA program, come and be a part of us. We're doing many different things. Pradeep is doing different things every day. Yesterday, he had a venture island. Prateek, you should have invited the Pathshala students because they would have got an experience, right? So please feel free. Whenever you want to walk into our institution, please walk in. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for joining us on this bright Sunday, and it was really insightful. Your address was, I'm sure MBA Pathshala students would get a lot of inspirations from it. Thank you for joining us, ma'am. Now, I request Professor Prateek Hinduja to start the session on artificial intelligence in digital marketing and advertising. Over to you, Professor Prateek.
Thanks a lot, Alok sir out there. Thanks a lot, ma'am. Thanks a lot, Mohit. Thanks a lot, MBA Pathshala. Well, just like everyone, guys, who have their video switched off, I have one particular thing to tell MBA Pathshala. Don't give them a certificate if their videos is switched off. Okay. Now, quickly, we are living in a world where we don't want to showcase our face, but we surely want to post something on Instagram. That's the world that we live in, because we love stalking people and we love showing off a good life on Instagram. But Instagram is not about consuming content. It's also about advertising and running a business. So today's lecture, guys, I'm going to be talking to you all about artificial intelligence on Instagram and on Google. Now, before I go ahead, you see these emoticons which are there right in front of you. Even if you're on your phone, you all can use these emoticons. I want all of y'all to be using emoticons majorly whenever I'm asking a question or typing a message on the chat box. Quick question. Who is not there on Instagram? Come on, raise your hands or put a thumbs up. Okay, there's no one. Okay, I see Altaf had raised his hand. There's literally no one who's not on Instagram. Mohit, are you on Instagram? I've not seen you though, I'm not quite sure. Okay. Well, now, okay, so we have one person who is not there on Instagram. Great. Now, Sanjeev, come on, unmute yourself. If you're on Instagram, tell me one thing that you love consuming on Instagram or love stalking?
So, good afternoon, sir, and good afternoon, everyone. The thing is that I use Instagram not just for entertainment. As in today's world, we are not giving so much of time just for spending on news or getting information worldwide what's happening around us. Okay, so Instagram is something like that is providing information just through memes. Like the memes are not just memes; they are also providing the information what's going around us, right? We also get marketing of few products we are not aware about.
So I think he
it's
gave
not
me
just an entertainment,
I think he gave a bang
yes.
on answer. You really killed it when it comes down to the answer. I was going to hit the nail with that, saying I don't consume content on Instagram by just looking at my friends' pictures, stalking the hottest girl out there. I actually consume content for news. I mean, whether it's Australian Open or whether it's ICC cricket, whether it's Formula One or whether there's coronavirus happening. Of course, there is Google News for that. But more importantly, I consume news also on Instagram. So that was going to be our first question that you all answered. Now, my second question. Now, this is for everyone to put down on the chat. When do you think Google Maps was introduced? Or when was Google Maps launched? Come on, so we got Sai, 2004, 2000, 2005, 4, don't know, great. Around 2016, my God. 2016, though, I'll never be able to give an answer. 2005, so I think you're more or less saying 2005, around 2005. Now, when was the first Windows introduced? Anyone, any idea? The Windows software.
98.
98. No, I remember my mom buying 93, Windows 93 and 95. 1990s, I think. Okay, perfect. 1980s it is. Guys, I don't know how many of y'all know this, but Google Maps was invented before Google itself was invented. Shocking, right? Now, you all must be wondering that what am I saying? Guys, Google Maps was never known as Google Maps. In fact, Google Maps was stolen by these two companies, by these two individuals who lived in Berlin, in Germany. And what was it known as? It was known as TerraVision. In 1993, there were two artists, guys, people who paint, people who make architecture, like, stuff like this. You see this? People who didn't know coding. Let me be more specific. People who didn't know coding invented Google Maps by the name of TerraVision. You all think I must be joking? If you all have Netflix, go down and watch this movie known as The $1 Billion Code. What happens in 1993? It was a huge success. 1998, Google hears of the idea. 2002, Google launches Google Maps. There's a satellite right in the space. Now, all of this, why am I telling you? As rightly as ma'am said, you can be good. You cannot be only focusing on one thing while you are pursuing your academics, guys, because it's the most important thing is that if that person was just into his painting, he was never going to get TerraVision. If Mark Zuckerberg was just sitting in a particular cell and just talking about algorithms and not thinking out aloud as to face match. Does anyone know what face match is? What did Mark Zuckerberg did first? He first got out an algorithm by the name of face match, which was what? Taking a girl and taking a girl, taking a guy and taking a guy, sending a broadcast to everyone in the campus and asking people to rate a girl and a guy. I mean, it's very unethical to do that, but that was Facebook first. And that was the whole thing that Mark Zuckerberg came up with time. So now the whole thing is the $1 Billion Code movie will make you all realize that how well you may not even know coding, but you will be able to kind of get everything in place with just logic and reasoning. And today I am going to be showing you that logic and reasoning. But before I go ahead, how many of you all have had Coca-Cola? Come on, just put a thumbs up on your screen. Okay, and Priyal, where do you buy your Coca-Cola from?
Yes, sir.
Where do you buy your Coke from? Coke. If you want to have Coca-Cola, where will you buy it from?
So nearby shop.
Perfect. Now, what if I told you that I get my Coca-Cola through laptop? Will you agree? Like I drink Coca-Cola through my laptop.
No, sir.
Okay. Avantika, what if I tell you that I get my Coke through my television? Sai, that's a wrong answer, but come on, let's see what Avantika has to say. Will you believe me? You're on mute, Avantika.
Yes, sir.
Would you believe me if I tell you that I have my Coca-Cola through a television?
Through a television.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. What?
No, sir.
You wouldn't believe me. Okay. Honestly speaking, I do not have aerated drinks, but Coca-Cola, you'll all agree, has a lot to do with selling aerated drinks, right? I mean, Coke products are either Lay's, no, Lay's is Pepsi, my bad. But it has got a lot to do with Coca-Cola drinking. These guys created an algorithm of artificial intelligence in a collaboration with an app known as Shazam. Now, I don't know how many of you know what Shazam is. How many of you know what Shazam is? Come on, raise your hands. Okay, so we got Sanjeev. Right. Guys, Shazam is an app which allows you to identify which music is playing around you. Is Atif Aslam singing? Or is LSO playing? Is Martin Garrix playing? Or is Akon playing a song? So Shazam allows you to do that. Coca-Cola and Shazam build an artificial intelligence so as to, wait a minute, I'll show you a video and then we'll see and we'll talk about it. Here you go. Just give me a moment. Sorry. Can you all see my screen now? Guys?
Yes, sir.
It's the first drinkable commercial ad on this planet. Here we go.
To get more people to try Coke Zero, we created an entire campaign that they could literally drink. First, we built a billboard that served real Coke Zero to thousands of fans. Then, we poured Coke Zero to people all over the country. Is about to pour you a Coke Zero. This is a drinkable commercial. We partnered with Shazam and created a new way of using their technology. Shazam now to drink it. By Shazamming the spot, the Coke Zero from the screen was poured right into people's phones, whether they were at home, at a concert, or among 80,000 people at the NCAA final game. Every interaction ended with a free Coke Zero that could be redeemed at major retail stores across the US. Even when there was no screen, we poured Coke Zero using just sound. From ads that became cups, flyers that became straws, to tweets that poured Coke Zeros in 140 characters. Drinkable posters that use Shazam to turn people's phones into digital straws. Every single ad put a Coke Zero. So next time you're thirsty, drink an ad.
And how was that? Oh, sorry, my video is off. And now, how do you think was that, guys? I mean, Coke. It's Coke, guys. It's Coca-Cola. I mean, they don't need to do this. For a starter, they not only did it, but if I was not an aerated drinker, and which I am not, just to let you know, I do not drink Coca-Cola, but if I am not an aerated drinker and I have to look at a video like this and an activity like this, I will end up taking a Coke. All of y'all will end up interacting with this kind of an intelligence. Guys, this is what is the strength of artificial intelligence. How many of y'all watch cricket? Just raise your hands again. Come on, fast. How many of y'all watch cricket? Okay. Everyone watches cricket. Everyone likes sports. Now, whenever you're seeing sports, guys, you know, you see on the off side, how many runs were hit, on the leg side, how many runs were hit, how many sixes went, how many fours went, right? There is also something known as Hawkeye. Do you all know this, Hawkeye? And there's something as a DRS, I mean, a timeout. What do you think is that? What do you all think, guys, is that? Anyone who wants to unmute themselves and say, yeah, Avantik, come on. What do you think is that technology?
Sir, it's one way of artificial intelligence.
Guys, that is artificial intelligence in computer vision. That means what? Computer vision, it allows, there's an algorithm inside the camera, the DSLR camera or any other camera, which is running algorithms, and when it is looking at something, it is objectifying that where is the person going and where is the person coming from. Where is the ball going? Where is the batsman hitting the ball? Everything is objectified out there. And that is what is artificial intelligence. Today, the world looks at artificial intelligence and computer vision. That's why I've been telling you guys there has to be a movie that you all need to be watching, which is The $1 Billion Code and A Social Dilemma. These two movies are there on Netflix and you all should really note it down. It's only a 1.5 hour movie, but you all will really enjoy that movie like there's no tomorrow. Now, having said that, I'm going to be moving forward. I'm going to be asking another question. How many of you all shop online? Raise your hands. Come on, everyone. How many of you all shop online now? Okay, we see a lot of people there. Okay, I'm just going to put the movie name for everyone because I think people didn't get it. Yeah, that's the movie name. Now, those are the people who shop online. Let me ask a very simple question. Varsha, are you there? Varsha Prabhu? Or Apurva, are you there? Can you unmute yourself if you don't mind?
Yes, sir.
Quick question. Well, what if I told you that you own a particular website, say a Zara or maybe a Tommy Hilfiger, and there was a person who was coming to you, okay, on your website. Now, I told you that without knowing the person's name, I tell you his age, I tell you which mobile he uses, which operating system he works on, where does he stay, what color he likes, and more importantly, what does he frequently buy online. Will you be able to sell that thing much more fluently to that person? Yes or no?
Yes.
You will be, right?
Yes.
Guys, this information is given for free by a tool known as Google Analytics. So today I am going to be taking you to the world of Google Analytics, where you all will be coming to know that exactly what is Google Analytics giving for free. But now, why do you think Google Analytics will be giving all of this information for free? Anyone? Why is Google Analytics going to be telling me what is the age of the person who's coming? What does he like? I mean, this is so much good amount of information to make my life simple. Why is Google going to give this for free? Come on.
Sir, because they also get this data and they use in the other works.
You're close, but why is it giving me for free?
To
make
Sir,
because
us dependent on
sir, because they take your
Sir, to-
data from you.
sir, to entice the consumers, to attract the consumers more and more.
Guys, very simple, as rightly as Avantika said. If it gives me data,
Yes.
then I will be able to advertise more to more people, right? It's giving me free data. And then using that free data, I will be able to advertise on YouTube and Google Ads.
Yes.
Guys, I came across a proverb, which is one of the most important things. Okay. That is Netflix is for 650 rupees. Amazon is for 1,000 rupees a year. Instagram is free. And whatever is free on this planet, that means you are the product. Always remember that. So if you all are consuming anything for free, so technically speaking, it's not free. It's actually you're the product. So Instagram, when you're on Instagram, when you're on LinkedIn, when you're on Google, when you're using Google Maps, you all are actually not understanding, but it's not only consuming your time, but you are going to be getting ripped off by someone, or someone is going to be targeting and you will end up buying. Remember one thing, guys. I asked you all a question, how many of you buy online? Most of you all said yes. Now I know there's COVID happening there, but it's not like you get a dream of a brand, right? Someone targets you and then you click on that and then you go ahead and you end up buying it. All of that comes from a tool known as Google Analytics. Nothing is free. There's no free lunches. It's set free so that you all end up buying on it one day. Now look at it. I'll showcase to you all what this free thing means. Now, I'm going to first explain you all what terminology means so that you all understand. So if you all want to grab your books and pens, guys, it'll be great. So you all see users out here. Users are no one, but basically how many people have come onto my website. New users, very self-explanatory. 7,133 were new users. That means 19% of them were by returning users. So out of this 7,556, broadly 1,500 users were my returning users. Okay. And the others were like my new users is what I'm technically saying. Session. Now, what does a session mean? When you go on a particular website, say I go on Amazon, I'm going to click on that.
Some amount of time we spend on the app, right?
Not exactly. Well, session technically means that when I click on, say, electronics, I have done one interaction with the website. Whenever I interact with the website and this gray color bar comes, which you all are seeing on my left and my right, okay, it's either coming on my left or right, that is known as a session, guys. A session is nothing but an interaction with your website that you're looking at. Now, if I look at, say, if I click on bestsellers, that's my second interaction. If I look at home improvement, that's my third interaction. Any kind of interaction with the website means a session. Your numbers of users per session means this divided by this. That is 10,729 divided by 7,556. That means one user had how many sessions? Now remember one thing, a person can have multiple sessions. How? I'll tell you. If I go to my website today on Amazon at 3:45 p.m. and I click on anything right now, say I click on quick link, I click on something or the other. If I click on anything at this point of time, that will be a session. Now my session will continue till the time I shut this, or if it's open, there are only two ways a session ends. If I shut it or if it's open, and I don't have any activity from 3:45 to 4:15. If 30 minutes of inactivity is there, that means there is no session happening. So out here, sessions will not be counted if you have 30 minutes of inactivity. That means what? Now at 3:45, if I've clicked on something on Amazon, at 4:15, 4:25, now I've shut this. Now I again open Amazon at 4:15 or maybe 4:25. That will be counted as one user, two sessions. So a user can result to multiple sessions, and that's the real definition. So here you see number of sessions per user is 1.42 because it's 10,726 divided by 7,556. And what's a page view? Let's see. When I go down to Amazon, I click on electronics. That is one page view. I click on bestsellers. That's a second page view. I click on the back button. That's a third page view. So page views are nothing, but it is basically how many pages have you loaded on the website. And it says that each session, which you see session and pages out here, each session resulted to check out at least 3 pages of my website. That means, think about it. Imagine you had a physical store like Zara, okay? And that person had come down to your store. I'm going to take the questions, guys, for the people who have raised your hands. Just give me a moment. Person who's come down to your come down to your store. He has seen 3 sections: 1 jeans, 1 t-shirts, 1 shorts. Isn't that amazing to know? I'm going to take some questions down out here. Ankur, yeah, you have a question. Let's go. Okay, I think he's not there. Avantika, you have a question. Let's go.
No, sir.
Ankit, do you have a question? Because your hands are raised. That's why I'm asking you. Okay, and Anika Gandhi. I take that as no questions. Cool. If you all have any questions, guys, you can obviously put it. Okay, so I think Rishikesh has a question out here on the chat. This data is of whose website? I mean, that's my own website. It's someone else's website. Like, it will show us of only our website, right? Yes. You need to configure your website with certain codes. I'll explain you how that is done right now. Guys, you need to go to admin. You all can write your step down. First things first, you need to always go type Google Analytics. You click on Google Analytics. It will ask you a sign up option. I'm already signed up, so that's why my account will directly load into Google Analytics. Once you all have signed up, the step number 2 is to go to admin. Please write it down if you all are keen on it. Click on admin. Click on tracking info, which is under properties. So that's the second step. Click on tracking code. And you see this code, you need to Control C and Control V it. Where do you all have to Control V it? I'll show you all. This particular code needs to be going on each and every page of the website in the header. So you see there's something as G tag written, which is a global site tag. Okay. So when I go out here and I click on view page source, the full algorithm opens out here, and then I'm just going to hit I'm just going to write G tag. You see here, G tag is given out here. So you see global site, this. And here you go. Global site, this. What happens is when I put my tag on this website, it's like the tag has come and the website has got merged. Now Google and my website have got married. And whatever happens on my website, Google will be able to track. Got it? So Rishikesh, to answer your question, you can put down this tag only on your website. Who puts this tag? the website developer puts this tag onto your website. Let's move a little forward and I'll show you all a few little more snippets of Google. Just give me a moment. Now, I showed you all. Yeah.
This ISM Globe is your page.
Yeah. It's my website. It's
Okay,
my
sir.
website. Okay. So when I go down out here in demographics, I'm able to kind of see which are the users who are coming onto my website. So I know between 18 to 24, there are users. Between 25 to 34, there are users. But now I want to know that between 18 to 24, how many males and female have come. So I'm going to click on age. I'm going to go down and I'm going to click on 18 and 24. Now I see out of the 1,859, there were around 1,000 of them were female. So that means 58% of them were female and 41% of them were male. Not only that, how many users, sessions, bounce rate, so on and so forth. How many of them came along out here? Next, I've got gender out here. I can look at female, and then I can look at under female. Out of these 2,900, how many of them were belonging from 18 to 24 or 25 to 34? It's vice versa, guys. I can come to know whatever I want. Now that I know that females are more on my website, why don't I look at what kind of interests do they have? So here you go. People who like to shop, people who like lifestyle, people who like news and politics are the ones who have an affinity towards my website. Affinity category, guys, means people who frequently buy on my website. In market means who come 5 out of 10 times will buy on my website. And other categories are window shoppers. These guys are window shoppers who are buying, who are sometimes or very rarely buying across on my website. Well, if this was not enough, let's look at what their geographic location is. So I'm going to be looking at their geographic location. I'm going to be looking at this geographic location, and here you go. How many of them came from India? Now, if I want to check out from India, how many of them were belonging to which state and which region? I think I have a question from here from Rishikesh. Sir, this could be used on a free domain website. Yes, it can be used on a free domain website, no problem at all. So now I know that Maharashtra is the place where I get the maximum users and my new users and my sessions from. Then you've got behavior, you've got new versus returning, engagement, so on. But I'm just going to skip this part because this will be too much for you all to learn. Technology. Well, let me look at what phones do people use and what browsers do they come from. So I'm going to click on Chrome. I know a lot of people on my website come down from Chrome, but now what kind of IP address or what kind of version, browser versions they use? Can you believe it, guys? I mean, there's so much data that which Google gives you for free out there. How many of you are shocked? This is all for free, guys. Legit for free. Now, I'm going to show you one more thing. This again going to blow your mind off. Just give me a moment. It's not only this, guys. I will also come to know which mobile you're using. Here you go. So I've got mobile. And it'll allow me to know how many are coming from Apple, iPhone, OnePlus, iPad, Xiaomi, Samsung, so on and so forth. Well, if you're using your Apple, if you're using your OnePlus, I will not only come to know which device you all are coming from, but I will also come to know where are you all interacting more on which part of my website. You see this green part? That means so many people have come on this part of the website, which means my home page. The red part means you're left from here. Look at this full graph, guys. I come to know each and every single attribution about my website on Google Analytics. This is for free, so you all can imagine, guys, what we advertisers do on the back end of things. And I've not even shown you all even a quarter of this. I like what Sophia is asking me, what business do I do? Guys, I have a business in sports, I have a business in digital, and I have a business in production along with education. So majorly I'm into digital is literally how I would put it across. Well, Sanjeev, yes, you are right. Other way, every data of us is getting tracked for free. So yes, you all are completely right. Now, 10 minutes into this conversation, guys, which is right now we're on 3:55. In the next 5 minutes or so, I am going to be talking a little more about artificial intelligence. And I'm going to be giving all of y'all an activity to be done in breakout rooms. I'll be giving you all 10 minutes only. Couple of y'all can kind of talk and then come back in the main room and present your idea. Now, what is artificial intelligence on your smartphone? Can someone tell me what is the most basic artificial intelligence on your smartphone? If you have an iPhone or if you have an Android. Yes, Aditi, go for it. Perfect. Rizwan's answer is bang on. Guys, it's Google Assistant and iPhone Siri. Bang on. They are the biggest artificial intelligence. But did you all know? I just came from Android to Apple, okay, a while back. And I didn't know it has so many cool features. Like, you know, like if I click on this, here you go, there's a camera that kind of opens. So it's just if I double click it, if I like, you know, if I say, hey Siri, call someone, if my phone has to look at, you know, listen to a siren music, it will automatically tell me that, you know, there's a police around me. These are nothing but artificial intelligence, guys, in your phone. Back in the days, when I was a kid, when Nokia had just got introduced, I used to always tell my mom, I'm like, Mom, why is there no voice modulation in Nokia? Now, you all may think I was a little stupid, but I was a kid who was a little inquisitive. So I used to tell my mom, I was like, Mom, why can't we not open my phone like Pratik's phone? Please open. Not that iPhone still opens, but I'm just saying that there's a voice modulation that can be done, right? Then as time passed by, I used to often also think, there was a curious mind in me, and I used to think that why are people using headphones and why not earplugs which can be Bluetooth connected right to the phone? Guys, these are innovations which have changed the world. Alexa, AirPods. Do you all know AirPods turnover is more than what even Tata Sons turnover is? AirPods, guys, that's AirPods. Let aside Apple be there. Apple's top selling or the second most top selling product is its AirPods. Well, personally, I love Android because I've always been an Android user. I've just shifted to Apple is only and only because of the shooting that is required in my line of business and production that is required in my line of business. But I love Android. So the activity for all of y'all is, okay, I'm going to give you all 10 minutes. 10 minutes to all the users. You all have to come up with one utility artificial intelligence idea. Utility artificial intelligence means whenever I'm driving, so do not copy my idea, please. Now, this is my next thing that I was thinking. I often tell, hey Siri, call mom. Hey Siri, call this, call that. And for that, I always have to unlock my phone. So I thought to myself, I was like, why can't I just say, hey Siri, unlock my phone with a code of 9090. And it should be able to recognize my voice and the code, and it should unlock my phone. And then I'll be like, hey Siri, call mom. Now this feature is not available on Apple or on Android. What I want you all to think in the next 10 minutes, if you all were the owners of Apple and of if you all were the owners of Android and Apple, what is that feature which is not existing in the current operating system and you all would want it to get? Okay. Well, I think I have someone saying Rizwan, but it's not easier to copy voice. Guys, just to let you know, I don't know how many of you know this, but Mercedes-Benz, Maybach, Bentley, BMW, all these cars are voice modulated. They don't start with a key. They start, Bentley, start the engine. It's voice modulation. Okay, so this didn't happen right now. It's going on since 2012. Just letting you know. I'm going to break you all into breakout rooms, guys. It's going to be a small breakout rooms. Sorry, quite a few breakout rooms. Just give me a moment. Once we come back out here, I'm just going to be giving you 10 minutes, guys. It's 4:01 on my clock. So that's 4 o'clock. After that, I want all of y'all to be coming out here, at least with one idea per group that you all think should be there in iPhone, which doesn't exist, or in Android, which doesn't exist. Got it? If yes, guys, put a thumbs up on the screen. Come on, fast, everyone.
Sir, I have one idea. May I?
But not now, not now. Wait.
Okay.
Not. Hitansh, you don't say the password in front of everyone, right? You say it only when I told you when I'm driving and there's no one. Great, cool. So I'm just going to open all the rooms, guys. Go for it. People who are not joining the rooms are not getting any certificate, nothing, huh? I'm telling you, because then obviously you all are not attending only. Come on, everyone, join the room. Guys. Come on, join your rooms, guys. Join your room. Okay, I'm just calling everyone inside. Just hold on. So the next 30 seconds, we shall be having everyone inside. Guys, come on, request you all to please switch on your videos. For the last 5-10 minutes, guys, please. And I'm going to give you all some massive insight. Okay, everyone's in here. Let's hear it. Avantika, come on. Which room were you in? Avantika, if you don't mind us saying, like, which room were you in?
Sir, I was with Anjali Singh.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Sir, may I first elaborate to you my point of view? Then I will say about Anjali's also.
Done. Go for it.
Sir, I thought about the operating system with keeping in mind the woman's security point of view. I thought that operating system should gauge the difficulty of woman by her screams. Means in that she has faced any difficult situation. So a mobile can gauge the voice by gauging the voice of the woman. Whether she is screaming in difficulty or crisis, it could send the signals to the nearest.
Got it. Apple has that feature, but not of gauging the difficulty.
Yes,
it has a feature of emergency.
Because at the time of crisis, a woman could not get time to dial any number or.
Right. That's a very good thought, Avantika. Very good thought. I'm glad that you all have thought of that. Yeah, Anjali, please go ahead.
Sir, as she said that I was thinking about that when we are on travel, we are traveling somewhere and we are in the middle of no point of chargers are there and no electricity, and we are just exhausted with everything, and our phone is also going to die. So I think that there should be a thing that our phone get charged by a human body or maybe something like that, so that sorry.
So that is what is that known as? That's known as kinetic energy to electrical energy, where the human bodies, when it is generating, I don't know how many of you know this, but human body normally emits heat.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Even if in cold conditions, it will be emitting heat because you're working on something, unless you're sitting. So if you're sitting, so that is kinetic energy converting electrical energy. Okay, so you want kinetic energy to go from our body to straight to our phone, huh?
Yes.
Suddenly it feels like Star Wars.
Sir, and this we can also use solar energy and wind energy by just raising our phones in the sunlight. It get charged immediately. That's also the one lucrative point. However, there may be cloudy days also. In that cloudy days, we can take the help of wind power.
So I don't know how many of you know this, but there was a technology that came in France where you would just put the scratch guard on your phone and put it anywhere in the light, it would charge your phone.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so great. I've got two stuff out here. Room number 1, who gave an idea, please post. Saurabh is saying that. Great. Let's hear it from room number 1. Room number 5. Rishikesh, come on, unmute yourself. Tell us a little about your finger gesture to swipe, scroll, eye gesture for brightness. Wow, I love that. Come on. Come on, Rishikesh, unmute yourself so that you can kind of tell us about the idea.
Hello, sir.
Hi.
Sir, actually, I wanted finger gesture idea to come into phones. Like we are sitting and watching TikTok. The people should not touch their phones also. Yeah, swipe up, swipe down, scroll left, right.
I have that same feature in my smart TV.
Oh wow, wonderful. But we don't have that in phones right now. And if and another that one, while reading, sometimes there is a huge brightness or dim light. So if the phone should if the phone will capture our eye gestures, and according to it, it should adjust the brightness.
I think iPhone does. I mean, Android also does. I don't think so. It doesn't.
Android does, sir.
Android does, yeah, because that's something in the night also when I'm reading news just below my blanket or below my pillow, I think the brightness automatically goes down, and then in the bright light it's already there. So I think that is already that's something which is already.
No, that is gauging our surrounding area, but it should uh, focus on our eye gestures. If we want bright light, even if there is nighttime or dark around us.
Okay. Okay, cool. Let's see. Saurabh, let's hear it from you. Come on.
Actually, I was in room number 1, and this is not my idea. I guess it was someone with the name Sai. He said that he wants a feature wherein editing can be done with our voice. Like if I say that remove the background, then the background can be removed. If I say that bring in something in the background or change anything in the background, then editing can be done through our voice. It was, I guess, on the name of Sai. I think that he did not join back,
Killed it.
but I'm just taking his name.
I don't know who it was, but if that was an idea, the person killed it. But that's next level coding that's required, but that'll just make our life. Basically, we'll become lazy. I'll just say, but yeah, it will be quite beneficial. Okay, we have Samya, Ahmed. Come on, let's go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I was saying that someone like today we are having a problem of many suicides and depression people. So they might be searching for all the posts and all the things that are related to depression and suicide. So I was saying that if the phone could detect all those things and
okay, so I'm sorry, I didn't catch you. I think you were cracking. I was lagging. What do you say? What does it have to detect?
Yeah, it needs to detect all the I must say that if they are trying to do suicide or depression or some kind of that thing. So if you are trying to if they are trying to search those types of posts which are related to those things, or they might have those explode pages which are showing the suicide and depression and all those things on Facebook, Instagram, whichever app they are using. So maybe the phone can detect all those things, and maybe it could come to a conclusion that whether this person is having suicidal thoughts or not, and that phone should keep a check on the user that whether this user should not do any such thing that could harm that person.
Like what kind of content are you kind of consuming? On the basis of that, the phone should be able to signify that.
Yeah, and it should detect our moods and all that. Maybe through a sensor or something we can put into.
Well, ma'am kind of said it in the start of this lecture. Mood analyst, huh? You aren't out there. All of you are going towards the mood analyst part. Okay, Pranav Mistry, come on, let's go. Let's hear it from you.
Yeah, sir. Sir, I was thinking of a feature which is available on very specifically on Pixel phones. That is the voice, the call assistant thing. That when we call a dialer, like companies for assistance, like if you want like for the customer support, so we have to press a certain numbers. So we have to remember like which number does what. So the Pixel phones, what they have already is they the one denotes this option and two denotes this option. So that facility is available on Android for Pixel phones and not on iOS. So that
again, nice one. You own a Pixel phone, Mr. Pranav?
Yeah, but I'm like not currently, but I want to like. So I have seen few videos.
Let's hear it from Renee, and then I will be hearing it from Rinson. Come on, Renee Jain, unmute yourself. Come on, tell us.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, hello.
So I have this idea that the weighing machines that we use to detect our weight. So I think that there should be a technology. I mean, I'm from economics background, so I don't know much about AI, but there should be a scanning feature that we just scan our body and then it will tell us our body weight and
It's not there. It's not there. Even if you're from economics background, it's not there. I can tell you that for sure.
I don't know.
Well, weight problem is something I'm just facing right now. I've just put on like 3 kgs from last year. So I was like, yeah, I want to know what my weight is. But
yeah, and not everyone has the weighing machine available at their home. So
right. Okay, let's hear it from Aditi. Great one, Renee. Simple and sweet.
Thank you so much, sir.
Great one. Aditi, go for it. Unmute yourself and then Sukhpal, I'll come to you.
Sir, what I was thinking is we can have AI per phone that can detect whenever we are driving that somebody is approaching us with a high speed, and the phone can send us an alert. It will help in avoiding accidents.
Mercedes-Benz does that. I don't know what will Mercedes-Benz do if phone starts doing it. We are really going to take away Mercedes-Benz and BMW's business out here. That's great. Okay, Sukhpal, come on.
Sir, मेरा idea है कि while I am working in insurance sector, so while recruiting agents, sometimes we have to face the issues of paperwork. तो मेरा idea है कि वो AI ऐसी हो कि वो person को scan करे, उसकी जो भी marksheet, PAN card, आधार कार्ड है, वो हमारे पास directly आ जाए.
Wow, nice. Great.
Great.
He wants to steal people, but it's okay. But I like it. I like the idea, guys. So, you know what the best part is? I think Renee, I don't know how many of you are from an economics or a finance background, but Renee did say that she's from economics background. She came up with that idea. Guys, this is what I'm talking to you all about. If y'all are creators, y'all will be the next generation, which will be leading to become an innovator. Before I go ahead and kind of conclude this session, I think Ayush also has something to say. Come on, Ayush, come on, tell us.
Yes, sir. So first of all, good afternoon, good evening. So my idea is like that कि जब भी कोई भी online product हम purchase करते हैं, so we see कि बहुत ज़्यादा price fluctuation होता है. Suppose आज कोई चीज़ 100 रुपए की है, so it is possible कि वो 130 की कल मिले, 90 रुपीस की परसों मिले. So my idea is like that कि हम एक data tracker बनाते हैं कि which can predict कि किसी भी product को buy करने का best time क्या है.
Wow. He to went on some other level only. It's like stock market into vegetables and fruits and everything. So basically commodity markets is what you have to look at. I like Rizwan saying that website is already available out there. I'm not quite sure. I'm not much into fruits and vegetables. I don't buy that day in and day out. But that's known as predictive analysis on the basis of permutation and combinations. Having said that, well, I'll be coming to the last leg of today's session, guys. I hope you all kind of enjoyed the session in a way where, you know, your minds could kind of operate in a way to create something new within the own ecosystem. Guys, artificial intelligence, just to let you know, I know the word sounds scary, but it's not. To put it in a nutshell to all of y'all, please be wary about the fact that even if you do not know coding, guys, let me tell you, I do not know coding. And I have built so many websites. I've built so many algorithms. You don't need to know coding. It's a true saying. Common sense is the most uncommon thing amongst people. Coding is only common sense. If you go to an ATM machine and you press yes, no, withdraw, savings, fast cash, all of that, what do you think? It's basically someone who had common sense. कि बॉस स्टेप नंबर 1 पे वो क्या क्लिक करेगा, स्टेप नंबर 2 पे क्या क्लिक करेगा, स्टेप नंबर 3 पे क्या क्लिक करेगा, and then what will be the result? That is what is common sense all about. It all comes down to the algorithm to be produced in a way as to how you want the output to come. Whatever Avantika said, whatever Sankalp said, whatever Anjali said, whatever Renee said, whatever all of you all, sorry, I just got a catch there. Whatever all of you all said at this point of time, all has to do with common sense. If you all notice one thing, you all came up with these ideas only because of the fact that you all had common sense of thinking what the problem is. Okay, on that note, I will be ending today's session. I'll be calling Alok sir, but before that, let's see it. Sanjeev and Sayed, you have something to say. Please go ahead, Sanjeev.
Sir, I would just like to, I would request you to add some light about the digital marketing and business analytics, relation and future.
Okay, I'm sorry. Can you come again?
So I would just like you to put some light on like the future of digital marketing and business analytics relation altogether.
See, it's very simple. Whatever business you do on this planet, whether you do a banyaga business or whether you do a technology business, today's business cannot happen without data. If you do a banya business also, you need to know what you're selling and what is going and where it's going, right? You need to know that. So that is what is business analytics. You need to know where on this planet is your business going towards. Now let's take that business analytics. What you just said is, in my language, is known as Google Analytics. At the end of the day, Google Analytics, business analytics gives you data so that you can go ahead and target people digitally on Facebook, on Google, on YouTube, and on LinkedIn. So it's an amalgamation of both. It's like they have to marry each other and you have to walk towards it. If you know even one out of it, automatically the second one you will learn on the job. Okay. Syed, go ahead. And then I'll be taking another one. Muskan also.
So just one last thing.
Yeah.
The business analytics, I'm preparing for MBA and I have experience of almost 5 years in sales and marketing. I'm in BTech engineering, right? And I am doing digital marketing just to improve my profile for an MBA profile. And how relevant will it be for me to do the business analytics certification course as well?
I'm sorry, I didn't get the last part. What did you say the last part was?
How relevant it will be for me doing the business analytics certification course as well?
Very simple. If you don't do it, you will automatically learn from digital. If you do it, you will automatically have more experience. Simple. Got it?
Okay.
It's going to be relevant because at the end of the day, like I'll give you an example. I'm going to share my screen so that you all know this. Just a second. Sorry. Give me a moment. Here you go. See this? Now, this is data of Facebook or whatever Facebook ads I run, performance and analytics. I'm going to click on this. Then I'm going to go click on all age. I'm going to click on all levels. And I'll come to know who's clicking my ad from which particular city, which gender here, which region, which platform, which placement. Everything is given here, guys. Let's say I want to click region. I will come to know which region is clicking my ad and where am I getting the maximum reach from. All of this is a part of your business analytics and your digital analytics. How many of them? Impressions, delivery, CTR, CPM. I have all the data available on the backend. So even if you learn digital, you will be learning content and delivery of digital in the first-hand practice. With time, you will automatically learn business analytics. I'm going to go over to Muskan. Muskan, you have a question?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Sayed,
yes, sir.
Yeah,
Good evening. Am I audible, sir?
Yeah, just a second, Syed. I'm going to come to you. First, I'm going to take Muskan and then I'm going to come to Syed, please.
Okay.
Okay. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
So I have one thing that Google doesn't show the real thing. Like we say the best thing we ask for. It shows the ads or whatever the title the company has written. It is the best. It is the most thing that people want. It doesn't show the real best thing, what we want.
Okay, I can't comment on that. Honestly speaking, Google tries to show you whatever the best thing it is, and I mean,
it shows, yes.
See, Google's in the business of showing what is relevant to the person. If this is not relevant to the person, it's not going to show you. As sweet and simple as that. So it's in the business of showing, and as rightly as Rishika said, it will be subjective. It will literally be subjective. Syed, over to you. Come on, let's take the last question.
Yes, sir. So I want to tell you about the combinations of some perspectives. Like I am doing MSc Agriculture and Entomology, which is the study of insects. Okay. So, sir, I want that the farmers, when they go in the fields and when they see the destruction by the pest, and when they upload the photos in a particular app, so we can detect the disease and the pest, and accordingly we can post some you said na ki Google analyzes the pictures and all, and through it we can we can specify that which insecticides are being used now, which insect has the more provoking stage now, which insect is damaging more. So we can directly multiply the manufacturing percentage of that particular insecticide which is going to use. And likewise, that Samia Ahmed told about the depression and that cause. So if the that damage is more in those peaks,
right,
which the farmer uploaded, we can also maintain it through the post or the pics, that whether they are
I'm
having
not
those
quite sure,
doubts.
but what's your question here?
So it's an idea about
Okay, it's an idea.
analyzing.
Sorry, my bad. It's an idea. I didn't
Yeah,
catch.
sir, it's an idea about 2 to 3 things. First, the farmers are uploading the pics of the damages
Understood.
in the field. So accordingly, we are manufacturing the insecticide. The pace will be more, and accordingly, the supply chain management will be improved. And if the damage is currently more, so we can detect the person who is facing the more damage, and we can help him emotionally or financially accordingly.
Got it. Well, I'm sure most of y'all didn't kind of gauge that, because obviously it's like very farmer and very technical oriented, because it's kind of doing that kind of subject at this point of time. I hope all of y'all liked today's session. There was a little insight to it. There was a little thinking to it. There was a little opportunity that you all kind of got to know along with whatever ma'am said. And with that, I kind of conclude. I'll be calling upon Mohit sir out here to give his final note. And thanks a lot for having me, Mohit sir. And over to you. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Pratik sir. It was an amazing session. And I am very sure that the students, I mean, they were interacting right from the start. And I have never seen a session so interactive right till the end. I mean, it is almost 1.5 hours now, but I can still see the students who want to ask more questions. So, I mean, I'm very sure it was an amazing session, and I'm sure students also really loved it. I think Abhijit sir from MBA Pathshala is also here. Abhijit sir, anything else you want us to cover, or if not, we can probably conclude the session.
Thank you everyone. Thanks a lot. Remember one thing, Google is always having their eyes on you. Just remember that. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Not quite sure if Abhijit sir is here.
Yeah, I just give me 1 minute. I'll just confirm.
Until then, if anyone has any other questions, you can go ahead and tell me about it. But to just tell you all in a nutshell, there is something known as Facebook Ads Manager. Please write it down if you want to. I'm just going to give you all free advice. Facebook Ads Manager, which is for free to advertise on Instagram. Literally to advertise on Instagram. There you'll use whatever Google Analytics gives you all the data. Everyone puts their analysis from Google Analytics to Facebook Ads Manager to run ads on Instagram and on other places. You can target people through their PIN codes, through their phone numbers, through their names, email IDs, everything. That's what everything it's all about. So that's that. Whoever out there is like, okay, attendance is necessary. Yes, please put the attendance form in the chat. I'm pretty sure someone around there from the team would be coming in and would be putting it across so that you all get your digital certificates.
Sir, I would like to say something.
Yes, please go for it.
Sir, I'm an IAS aspirant and preparing for the IAS examination. I have to do nothing with MBA, but it was from your part. It was such a lucrative session, such a beautiful session it was. We had many things to learn, and it will always give a fillip to my IAS preparation.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, and best of luck for your IAS preparation, guys.
Thank you,
in fact, I was not going to take this session today because I'm kind of injured on the right side of my, as you all can see, I'm just pressing it again.
Yes, sir, yes, sir,
I had a massive pull while I was playing cricket in the morning today. But I was like, no, Alok sir and Mohit sir kind of persuaded me. They were like, please make sure that you're going to be taking this session. And I just could not have said no to them. So thanks a lot for...
At the end of the day, students just got lucky. I mean, you came here even if you were injured.
Yeah,
it was really a great session. I think we are done with the session for the day. I think Abhijit sir probably slightly tied up. He'll come in and whatever he has to say to the students, probably he'll continue. But as far as Atlas and we are concerned, I think we are done for the day. So I am sure all the students have enjoyed and there are no further questions. If at all any questions are there, you can direct it to us. You can direct it to Abhijit sir and then he'll get in touch with us. Right.
I think everyone's asking where's the attendance form. So I'll just leave
That
it.
is what that Abhijit sir will basically get in and check. Right. So I'll ask him to get in touch. Right. He's slightly tied up probably, but he'll be here shortly. Thanks, Pradeep sir, once again. I'm very sure again that everybody enjoyed. Thanks.